What up, YouTube? So we're gonna be back with another G37 video. Probably about a couple weeks ago, I was filling up at the E station and had the fill nozzle in the car. I just let it going, and some guy was talking to me about the car, and sure enough, it just starts pissing fuel. And I wasn't gonna leave it there, and I wasn't too far from my office, so I drove to my office and got out, and it was done leaking. So never really thought about it again until I was at the E station the other day, and same exact thing happened. And now I got to figure out what the issue is. So originally I thought it was going to be the seal that goes around the fuel pump housing, that O-ring right there, but that is not it. This car has a 525 Hellcat pump with a CJM S1E return. It does have a Deutschwerks, a DW fuel relay. And over time, you can see that it just melted this. So when the tank would get full, fuel would come out of there. Fuel would come out of there as well underneath. And I'll put a video of what it looked like when the fuel was coming out. Fuck. So I just ordered the CJM Top Hat, and we're gonna get to disassembling this. You can see when it was melting, this was like plastic pieces fucking hanging like that. So all of these wires up there look kind of toasty. I'm lucky this is gonna be probably a lot easier for me than other people because I already have the hard part done from the having to cut and modify the fuel pump. So I'm going to figure out how this all works since I've actually never done this. So I'm going to go ahead and get these wires taken apart, get this taken apart, and we can separate these rods to separate the top and bottom. All right, well, I am really struggling with these. These are like one-time use hoses. Luckily, this one came off with a lot of persuasion with the heat gun. I think because it was metal, pretty sure that's plastic to plastic, so may have to cut this, but I'm gonna keep heating it up to see if I can get it off. All right, plastic to plastic was not coming off at all. I confirmed with Charles the new CJ kit comes with this piece because that's plastic to plastic not coming off. I used a flathead and kind of slowly worked this down, and once that piece is off, you can go ahead and pull the whole pump. So this CJ hat install is going to be easier for me because this is already all done. I am for sure going to need a new fuel filter. That's like 40,000 miles. So, all right, next step is pulling these rods out. In the video I watched online, they used a torch. I just used a heat gun, couldn't get it to budge, so I'm breaking out the Big Shot. And well, the Big Shot worked too well. I thought I heated them up, but I guess they caught on fucking fire. And this type of plastic doesn't create a flame, and I thought it was just so hot that it was sizzling, but it was on fire in my hand while I was trying to pull them off, so I had to go hose it off, and this top hat's ruined. What up, guys? So it's a couple days later. Got the package in from Charles. It's a billet top hat. This is all the parts it comes with. Swivel fittings, hose. I probably need to reach out to him to figure out how these clamps work. I think these are called the Oetiger, maybe. I think. I don't have the tool to crimp those, so I need to figure out how that gets done. More swivel fittings, connectors. Came with this little thing, I believe, that goes around the pump. And can't actually go ahead and get everything installed today because I forgot to order a new filter. This is a 125-190 Walbro filter sock. Just ordered that, should be here sometime this week, but I'll see what I can do about prepping this to getting it as close to install as I can. All right, so for the G37, it has a shorter tank supposedly than the 370Z. So we're gonna use port A and port C and put the plug in port B. grab the fittings right now. These are the new fittings for the top hat that go around. These are the set screws for the rods. And so there's 2 swivel fittings. Like I just said, we're gonna use A and B. This is a really cool design, how this is gonna thread in. I'll show you as it's popping in. I've never really, like I said earlier in the video, messed with the fuel basket or anything like this. So the only thing that really concerns me is just gonna be doing the crimping and wiring. I know there's a insulated side and a non-insulated side. And I believe the insulated side goes inside the tank, but we'll need to double back and confirm on that. All right, the 360 swivel design that he has is pretty badass. C for the AN fitting, so we're gonna do the same thing. I kind of struggled at first getting that on, but I just worked one side on. I need to cut my nails, but one side on and then kind of bent the other one and pushed it on with a flathead. But we're gonna put port C on right now, and then all that's left is really just gonna be doing the wiring and the hoses while we wait for my new filter to come in. What up, YouTube? So we're back. I had to order one of these wire stripper and crimpers. So far I've done the everything on the fuel basket. This one, putting these 2 together, was a bitch. Next I gotta take these 2 off of the fuel pump. We're using the larger connectors, and these last 5 go on the wire harness for the car. So once I get all the pins on, I'm gonna figure out where they go in here, and I will come back on video and show you guys what I end up doing. All right, well, I didn't put the pins in yet. I ended up just reassembling the fuel pump back together. I got the rod and this, I gotta put the spring on here, and the pins do not matter technically. You just have to make a match up on the opposite side. So I'm going to get these plugged in here, and I'm not sure exactly how this works, but I'm pretty sure you push them in and then push this or pull this out or something. Sorry, my phone ended up dying yesterday, but to show what I ended up doing was I put the larger connectors on the fuel pump wires, the smaller ones on these 3. It's going to go fuel pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In pin 1, I have the fuel pump positive, then fuel pump negative, and then a common ground, which is just another negative, which is for the level sensor and the temp sensor. And then down below, I'm gonna use 4 and 5, which is gonna be temp sensor and then level sensor. So I'm gonna pin these in. I struggled getting the top ones in. You're gonna just push, push, push until you can kind of hear a click, and then it won't come out anymore. So let me plug these in and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got this wrong in the beginning of the video. This is the non-insulated side. This is the side that has the dust shield. So this goes on top of the tank. If you were to put this inside the tank, the gasoline stuff would make these swell and it would totally clog up the pump. So this goes on the top side. It's really easy to unpin these. So if you're worried about wiring, take a flathead or pliers, pull this blue thing out. And there's some black, you can kind of see the tabs. Can't see it right now because the blue thing's in there, but there's locking tabs. Use a pick, push the pin, and you can pull the wire out from the backside. Super simple. So that's all wired up now. Next, I need to heat this up so I can fit it on here, and we're gonna put the spring on, and this will be good to drop back in the car. All right, well, there she is. Wiring is complete. Everything is all done. One thing I'm gonna recommend you guys. All right, that's bolted in, that line's on. This is the feed line. I'm just gonna have to route it like bent kind of this way and connect it right there. Next step is to cut this and repin these. I am gonna run this on the larger pin, and I probably need to do it with the ground too. Okay, this is almost buttoned up. I have all these fittings on. Top hat's installed. New terminals are crimped. I don't know if I'm gonna use this stock ground because since I'm using a larger diameter power, heard it makes no sense to use this. I think I might just leave this as is and cut up some of my relay ground since it's got so much extra and just do it like that. Okay, so the relay ground wire was into that bolt right there. I'm not going to use this stock ground, so I'm going to cut the extra long relay. Going to reground it out there and use this, pin this off for the connector. So I'll be right back once that's done. All right, so I cut up the relay ground, so that's there now, and this is going to be the new fuel pump ground. That is over there to there. Now I just need to pin them into here, but I accidentally locked the retaining clip in, and I don't have small enough pliers to pull that out, so I gotta go buy them, unfortunately. All right, guys, so they just mirror each other. So top left on this side, would be top right on the other one, and vice versa. So I'm gonna get these plugged in, plug it in down here, and start it up, and hopefully it don't leak, and it starts. All right, so on my car, purple is the temp sensor, white is the level sensor, yellow is the common ground. My OEM ground is now just electrical taped off. Got a heavy duty ground going back to the body. That's the cheap, this is the bummy way to do it, but it's gonna get me back up and running so I can get my car driving again. Connect it right now and hope for no leaks. Moment of truth. Started right up, baby. No leaks. All right, well, here's the stock one, and the new billet one's way nicer. Probably need to push some of that cord through there so I can get some more slack, but she's good as new, ready to rock.